103.3 Amp Radio. You see the face, ladies and gentlemen. Dinah Jane. Can we make some noise for Dinah Jane? No one.
She's awesome.
Got a bunch of haters in the room. What's up, Dinah? How goes it?
I am feeling great. Mahalo, by the way.
Mahalo. Yeah, this is my friend La. She lives in Phoenix. She got a food truck.
La.
This is her
she
food
Hawaiian?
Truck. I don't know. I don't want to
Sounds
put business.
Polynesian. Hey girl, mahalo.
Hey girl, yeah, you gotta go check her out.
She might be my cousin.
She might be. You gotta go check her out in Phoenix.
Yeah. Hey,
let's dive right in, okay? So you have the amazing success with the group. You guys did your thing. You guys decided to do your, solo things.
Yeah.
And so you're out here. So my initial thought was, what is everybody doing during, this time off? How did you spend it? Was it like, because you're in this constant grind mode and y'all ladies worked, so how did you spend your time? Did you travel? Did you be like, you know what? I did need this reset button. Take me through that time period of when you guys were like, all right, we're all going to do our solo thing now.
Right. Okay, so after?
Yeah.
Yeah. So after, I was in a place where I was trying to figure out, all right, what is it or who is it that I am? Because, being in a group for about 6 years, you kind of like, you're trying to discover yourself at the same time, but then you also kind of lose yourself at the same time. So it was a little challenging, but at the same time, I benefited a lot from it. Meaning, like, I was able to, I was exposed to so many different styles of music. Being that there was rhythmic, there was reggae, there was pop, there was whole different kind of things. And as I was recording these records, I started nitpicking, like, oh my gosh, this feels like something I'd record if I were by myself. I would fall in love with some of these records, put it to the side. And then now, when I had this little prep talk with myself in the beginning, I think it was January, I was like, what and who is it that I am? Who do I want to be? And I honed back into who it was when I had this reset button at home. I sat with my my parents and I started listening to old records that I did of my own and old covers, and I was like, that's who it is, that's who I am. So I went back into the studio, and it was just this whole self-discovery thing just became exciting all over again.
Right. And were you like kind of writing, by yourself in general, you know what I mean? Just because you guys all have your different opinions and stuff like that. Yeah,
we did. It was cool, like sharing our ideas here and there. I mean, it was a collective idea. Creative idea, and then being by myself now, I'm just like, wow, I love writing, because I was writing while I was with them, and that's just something that could never be taken away from anybody. It's just someone, you're always going through serious life experiences, so might as well just write it down, jot it down, get those creative ideas out as fast as you can.
And so what, because it reminded me a little bit of when you leave like college or something. When I left college,
that's exactly what I think about it.
because
it's like high school. It's like high school.
Yeah, it's like high
literally
school too.
just graduated.
But I'm saying you lived, like I lived with two roommates, and the moment college was done, I lived by myself, and you're like, crap, we don't rotate taking out the trash no more, or so and so's not cooking dinner, like what were those moments for you where you're with people all the time,
right.
So like when you get your own solitude on purpose, you know what I'm saying? Like what did that look like for you? What were some random things you were like, I can do this by myself right now?
Yeah, honestly, it was me being in the studio. The producer would play some chords, and then he would just play it on purpose, and I'm just sitting there humming, and he was like, hum it a little louder, just trying to get at him, because I'm like scared. I'm like, and he's like, oh, a little louder. And then it was just the fact that I brought something that I was so shy to express. He brought that out of me, and then I started, becoming fearless in there, and I became confident with my choice of melodies, my choice of selection of what needs to be added into the production. Just the fact that I'm basically the what is it called? The composer, you would say.
Yeah. The architect.
Yeah. It was a lot of pressure in the beginning, and then I started falling in love with it, and I was just like, oh, this is mine. This is my art. This is my craft, and I fell in love with that.
It's a different feeling, man.
It's such a different field.
And so, talking about Bottled Up, the new single, thank God I heard it, because I was going to be like, yo, she's on a promo run. I haven't heard the record yet. You got Marc E Bassy and Ty on
boys.
it. And we were both talking about how, we're both Marc E Bassy fans.
Yeah.
And by the way, Mark and Bobby and all those dudes, like, these guys, their pen game is so strong. You know what I mean? And so, I saw you on, like, their IG. You guys were, like, chilling in the club. You guys were, like, hanging out. Like, you guys were chilling. Did you know you wanted to do music with Marc and all them during that process?
From the jump.
Okay, gotcha.
From the jump. I've been a huge fan of his on SoundCloud because I am obsessed with SoundCloud. That's where I find my underground artists, and that's like the kind of sound I'm into. So I remember listening to one of his records. I think it was That's Love featuring Dolla, and I was like, oh my gosh, this song's who is this guy? First of all, I didn't even know he was white because I was like, oh my gosh.
You didn't think Marc was
white? No, I didn't think he was white. I was like, this guy can sing.
Yeah.
And then I looked into it and I was like, okay. He's managed by my management too. So they told me like, hey, so who do you want to collab with? We have so many artists on this management. There's so many. And I instantly said, I want Marc E Bassy. So I went to the booth with him and we just clicked right then and there. He was kind of shocked that I wanted to do a record with him at first.
Why do you think he would be shocked?
Because I come from the pop world. So he was just like, it's just kind of weird.
They write pop records though.
You want to do a record with me.
Right.
And I was just like, of course I do. Like, you're the come on. So yeah, it was really exciting, and just starting from scratch was beautiful. We made something magical.
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Did you know what group Marc was a part of before?
No, I didn't. I didn't know he was in a group. But then we started sharing like stories and like comparing.
Do you know the name of the group?
2 a.m.
2 a.m. Club.
Hey.
That's what I'm saying. All right, Dinah Jane's a real one. I just wanted to test you.
I know
real
my
quick.
Bay Area peeps.
That's so ill. And then you got Ty on it too,
Yes.
who was just in the town recently.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, obviously you've built that relationship with him, and you know he's dating Lauren.
Yeah.
So you got that connect. I mean, did you just use the favor? You were just like, yo.
Right. I was like, Lauren, let me just like, can you ask him? Actually, it was funny because when we did Work From Home, I actually told my A&R, I was like, no, you need to put Dolla on. There's these other rappers that they're trying to put on. I was like, I don't think so. So I found out about Ty. I threw him on after I found out about that Marc E Bassy song. Mm-hmm. So I was like, there's this guy named Dolla. He's so lit, blah, 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 blah. And I just knew that I also wanted another record with Ty because his voice is just magical. It's just magical. So yeah, now he's with me again.
Is, and
just because like it's a part 2. There's a Work From Home reference in Bottled Up.
Yep.
So I was like, oh, it'd be cool to just like have a part 2 moment.
And they're musical geniuses. Like these are dudes that
they're
like.
like this.
Yeah.
They're like this.
Yeah.
If you hear this acoustic, never.
There's an acoustic version of it.
I don't know.
We're gonna leak it anyway. It's okay. Finally got web hits, man. It's
I didn't finish my sentence.
I got you. I'll move on quickly for media purposes. Well, the single sounds really dope, and I'm happy that you're in this like fun groove.
Yeah.
I want to ask you, are you like a big sports fan too?
Major.
Okay, so are you in fantasy football?
Raider game.
I'm going to the Denver game this
weekend,
what?
Oh my god!
Shoot.
But although I am trying to go to a Rams game, I have to go to a Rams game.
You bring up the team we just got smacked.
No, that's why. Okay, so what happened was I did a bet. I did a bet with my uncles and them, and they said, all right, if the Rams win, you got to be a Rams fan.
What kind of bet is that?
Oakland, and then he just went. He's like, I got to be a Rams fan now.
Wait, so you're
but I can
serious
do both.
about this?
I'm gonna do both.
You're not doing fantasy though, are you? Are you doing fantasy?
No.
I figure like you on the road is like something.
Yeah.
It's like a Netflix thing.
It is.
Cool. You're not doing fantasy. Awesome. All right. Well,
I'll look into it though.
No, this season's already begun. You have to draft players. There's a process to this.
I'm done.
You're slipping. Management.
I missed it.
Management is slipping. Let's talk pumpkin spice. Okay.
From Starbucks.
Where do you fall in this category? You see what I did there? Let's ask about some pumpkin spice. Are you a pumpkin spice latte person?
I love pumpkin spice. I've been waiting for this season to come.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's some
I'm crying
right now. So there's like some fun pumpkin spice things. I want to know if you're like, yes, bruh, or nah, bruh.
Okay.
Things, okay. Pumpkin spice gum.
Yes, bruh.
Yeah, you're all right with that?
Yep.
Pumpkin spice Pringles. You like the OG Pringles?
I like the OG Pringles. That's not the vibe. That's a hard pass.
Oh, this is big. Okay, this is for the fitness gurus. Pumpkin spice protein powder.
Actually, yeah, that sounds bomb. Yeah, I usually drink the chocolate protein one, but
you dabble a little bit for the season.
I'll just
pumpkin spice Oreos.
Ooh, that sounds bomb. Yep, I'm an Oreo fanatic.
What's your dipping process?
Peanut butter.
Oreos in peanut butter?
Yeah.
Snap.
Or hazelnut. The Nutella.
Crack. You go chocolate on chocolate?
Duh.
That's aggressive.
Oh, sorry.
And pumpkin spice fettuccine.
What the Nope. Hard pass.
No, you're a hard pass on that.
Hard pass. Yeah.
All right, we got Dinah Jane in studio. You're a Beyonce stan.
Yes.
And I have a friend on that
Are you hooking with tickets or something? What's going on?
No.
Okay.
I don't got the plug like that.
You got me hyped.
Nah, you on your own with that, man. I feel like you got the plug more than I would. But so all Beyonce stans have these like conspiracies. They look into posts different. You know, I have a dude on my show that does a minute because it's called Mike's Monday Minute, and so there's always something like when he looks into Beyonce, whether it's a post, he sees something on a blog.
Yeah.
Is there a Beyonce rumor as a member of the Hive that you would like to bring up? Like the last Beyonce rumor that you've heard that you're like, Beehive. This is like, is this gonna happen? Like, do you think she's gonna do this? Like,
oh my gosh. Okay. Well, a couple months ago, I think it's been all over the internet where people were like, "Oh my gosh, Beyonce, Rihanna, and Nicki on a record." Did you see that one?
I did see that.
That would be so hard. Maybe it is a thing, and they're just still working on it. It's been a couple years now. People have been talking about this, but maybe it's in the works.
In your B heart. Is that what you like really want? Like, is that what you would ideally want?
Yes, I would. It sounds interesting. I would love it.
Okay. Apparently, you're not supposed to be here anymore. I'm just playing with you. All right, we got Dinah Jane in studio. Congratulations on the single, Bottled Up.
Thank you so much.
Enjoy your pumpkin spice lattes in these streets.
Actually, I'm going to go get one right now.
And the single comes out September 21st.
September 21st, next week.
Thank you for coming through.
Thank you for having
success,
me.
Man. Can we get some air horns for
gang,
her?
gang.
Gang, gang.